tell whatever you want.
Listen, what I'm asking you is simply, go and ask them, your friends, have you read this book? And have you managed to understood the challenge? And can you imitate it? Because this book lays down to you objective criteria and measures of how to imitate the Qur'an. You obviously don't know anything about the nature of the challenge. That's why it's difficult. Secondly, you talked about, let me finish, Omar Khayyam. Did Omar Khayyam produce a chapter like under this Qur'an? We find no examples. Or are there?
Omar Khayyam discovered so many.
I asked you a question.
He loved all his life about Qur'an.
You don't speak English very well, do you?
No, of course not, because it's not my first language. Does it?
Can we end the discussion here? Because he can't speak English.
Is there any issues with that? I'm not.
I had asked you.
English is not my first language.
I had asked you, had Omar Khayyam produced an imitation of the Quran? I am not asking his opinion about
many people after him.
Excuse me.
Until today.
Excuse me, my friend. Yeah. You bring in the names of people. Abdullah Samir, Omar Khayyam. You brought X, Y, and Z. Have they managed to give us a documentary evidence of an imitation they have done of the Quran?
Yes.
Where?
But the only thing is you don't accept this as a proof because your mindset is already Quran is perfect.
So where can I find
that's why you think.
So which surah did Omar Khayyam imitate that you are familiar with?
I'm not speaking about Omar Khayyam and the surah.
Don't you
I said there was people after him that done it. He mocked Quran a lot.
Excuse me. And you are an intelligent person.
Of its context.
Look. No doubt. God has given you intelligence or nature has given you intelligence. Yeah, nature is your God, right? At this very minute. With this intelligence, I'm simply asking you, who has imitated? Where can I read it? So you said, mention the name Omar Khayyam.
I just said Omar
Excuse me,
Khayyam
can I finish?
Disprove Quran
are you all like that?
As a great book.
I'm
not
simply
saying he said Surah Al-Kafirun or any other.
Look. When somebody asks you, who has imitated which chapter, and you bring Omar Khayyam.
I never said this. I never said this.
Okay, good. So did you answer my question? Of course you didn't. You answered a question I didn't ask. Did I ask you which individuals in the history of Islam for 1400 years disagreed with the eloquence of the Quran and said, oh, it doesn't make sense there, it's not beautiful here? You can bring this.
This is a disagreement, isn't it?
Excuse me, listen.
And this debunks your idea of a perfect Quran.
Hello.
Only because you think your Quran is perfect doesn't mean it's perfect, isn't it?
I asked you, the Quran challenges people to imitate it. So what you should do,
done it.
What you should
but
do.
But you was not happy with the result.
He said they've done it, right?
Done it, you said.
Okay, did you all hear that? They done it. Who done it? Who done it? Give me a name and their works that I can read. Like I'm going to write it now. Name of the individual who's done it, or individuals, and their works that I can read, and which surah they imitated. Number one.
Yeah, I can give you that.
Go on, give me now.
Take my email address and I send you all the other. Yeah, I don't have it with me. I just came here to watch around. But I can show you. It's very easy for me.
Very easy for you, right? Can you Google it? It's not on the internet yet.
I don't know if you can Google it.
So you're saying such a thing that's been done?
Everything can be Googled.
Wait.
Whole Islam can be Googled.
Wait. And yet it's not on the internet yet?
It is.
Good. So if you Google it now, you should be able to find it. You want to use my phone? I've got internet connection. Or you can use yours. And tell me which surah they imitated. And what are the credentials? It's important to know.
I came down
and while you're looking for it, you talked about like, oh, have I studied Greek or no Greek enough? You find it. Don't listen to me. I'm just, for you, background information. When it's necessary, I would go to the Greek and Hebrew to understand what they're trying to say. I am not a person that I will make up my own understanding of what Christian texts say. The Christian texts do not demand you don't even know me. The Christian texts do not demand that you understand the text only in the Greek or in the Hebrew. They're happy with the English translations, so we discuss in English translations. They do not say our teaching is restricted in the original language. If they did, then I would be talking in the original language, and I would say, what does it say in the original language? They don't demand that. The difference is in the Islamic avenue, the Quran is in Arabic. So you have to bring Arabic language in. You have to go to the Arabic original text when there is a dispute or disagreement. But they don't ask that. But even so, when the Christians are talking about some things, we go to, so for example, we say, oh, Jesus said before Abraham was ego eimi. Ego eimi is not English, it's Greek. We go to that level because we want to know what did he say in the original language that they are presenting their text in. So yes, we do. Just because you think you're going to just dismiss me, oh, Christianity is not true because I don't go into the Greeks and so on. No, the arguments that Christianity and the Christian theology is false can be done without the language, even what they would agree with. You don't have to go to the language to understand their theology. But the Quran is different because the Quran is miraculous, inimitable in the Arabic language. So your questions about every text like Sanskrit and so on, they're unique. You misunderstand the challenge of the Quran. It's not just unique. The Quran is inimitable in the way it is. That is the challenge. And it tells you, the scholars have written books, as I gave you one name, how it is unique. So questions about saying, oh, everything else is, because of this, they're eloquent in their own way and so on. That's not the challenge of the Quran. So your misunderstanding of the nature of the challenge, like everyone else is, causes you to make these assumptions. These are only your assumptions that Quran is imitating. Quran is imitable. So let us now see the evidence.
So when you, for example, if you want to make a proper research, go to Wiki Islam and then see what they have published so far on challenges around the world against Quran.
Yeah, so give me a good...
I cannot find the sources here.
Wiki Islam, as you said. Go to Wiki Islam.
Wiki Islam is a very reliable source of ex-Muslims.
Go ahead.
And
use it.
People, Arabs, they proper understand.
Good, use it. Use it.
He doesn't have this very good. When coming out some man, but one of my father who created me, my father is greater than me. They eat the house of the father.
So I think partly, while you were searching again, the problem is people don't understand the Quran. The Quran came in a unique linguistic genre, in a linguistic innovation that the Arabs have never heard or seen when it came to them. It was shocking for them. And that's why, some of them died by this linguistic shock. Yes, by hearing this Quran says, when they heard the word like فَاسْدَعْ بِمَا تُؤْمَرْ, now he's going to deny history. فَاسْدَعْ بِمَا تُؤْمَرْ. It's a simple phrase. This Bedouin said, it's impossible this can come from.
And that's why for 13 years no one was accepting Muhammad's message?
It's impossible that a human being can write this. Because they had their forms of speech. The Quran came in a form of speech which they could not imitate it. If I speak to you, a very bad example, in a language that you have never heard of but you're understanding it, would you be able to reproduce it? No, because you've understood it like, and you understood most of it, or at least the last part of it you understood it. But now you can't speak back or imitate it, because, what was it? You can't. So the Quran came in the Arabic letters, alif, ba, ta, tha, letters of Arabic, words in Arabic language. But it came in a form, in this linguistic newness, that they could not match it. Because when you go to that's why I asked him, Surah Al-Kafirun, which of these 16 bihars is it imitated in? He doesn't know, because it doesn't form in any of these forms. So the Arabs, to meet something like it, when they were able to meet the other poetries, they were even counter-challenging poetry by the Muslim companions of the Prophet.
The Islamic history is telling so, but it's just Islamic propaganda.
Oh, now it's Islamic propaganda.
That's the problem.
So can you tell me from your history?
He just described the whole story from the Muslim viewpoint. Yeah, and that's why he believes there is no challenge. Can you give us the
viewpoint from the Christian Arabs?
Who makes the
still alive today?
Who makes the rules that something has been challenged or not?
Okay.
So who makes the rules?
Christian Arabs.
This is your Islamic rules.
Christian Arabs.
This is Islamic propaganda.
Have they
This is Islamic propaganda.
No, your ex-Muslim propaganda discussion is this: that there's a huge conspiracy. The whole heritage of language, Arabic language, and them, they have been all somehow been totally annihilated, wiped out from the history of Arabic
Why was
literature.
no one impressed for the first 13 years when Muhammad came up with the message?
No one is impressed?
Absolutely not. He had a handful of followers in Mecca. He became a very strong man when he went to Medina.
What did they...
But
okay.
his message
Can I
was
answer?
not successful in
Okay.
Mecca.
Why
For 13
not
years.
impressed? Okay.
But brother,
Because-
sorry for that. Sorry, but I have to go. I have to
Sure,
go.
sure. But Wikipedia...
You can finish that
No
with the
problem.
cameras.
Your Wiki Islam didn't help you, no problem.
No,
next
no.
time, next time. No problem. No
Listen,
problem.
listen.
I said no
told
problem.
you, if
But
you
I
want to go
answer
back
this.
to Wiki Islam,
Listen,
you
I'm
can
not going to go.
there.
I am not going to go there.
You
made
if
it
you don't
claim,
accept my
you
sources, I
substantiate.
have not to accept
No,
your
no, no.
sources, isn't it?
Look. You said it's there. You're unable to find
They
it.
have external sources.
When
You
you
can
have,
check them.
No, when you do, next time bring it here. Because
I'm not here. I was not here
Okay.
to start a discussion.
Don't worry, let your-
I was just speaking to one single person.
no problem.
And then it came out.
My friend,
Steven Spielberg came with the
problem.
cameras.
What I was saying, the very thing you said about this one question. What was the question that you said about the very? I was about to write it down.
Yeah. Now you have your
Hang on.
audience. You can talk to
Excuse
the
me.
audience. I have to go.
Excuse me.
You don't have to excuse that. I have to go.
Listen, you can go within the next 2 minutes if you don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Summarize it. So what I'm saying is, it's quite important for you to look into, right? You have an understanding of a conspiracy. Arab Christians, they did not preserve their linguistic heritage. Only Islamic Empire did, by control and by force. The conspiracies that you bring on table is unbelievable.
Excuse me.
It is a worse
23 years, and Christianity and Judaism was wiped off from the Arabic island, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Where did they come? So
23 years.
Listen.
And you deleted
So
the
where,
whole history
so
of
where did the
Christians and
where
Jews.
did the Coptic Christians come from? Planet Venus? When they're living in Egypt?
What does it mean?
Where did they come from? They're still living for hundreds and thousands of years.
So what?
If they're wiped from existence, did they sprout from the ground?
Is today Saudi Arabia a place where Christian Jews live?
Excuse me. The Arab Coptic Christians who have been living there for thousands of years.
What
Did, if you assume, or if not assume, when you assert they were wiped in the first 23 years, then obviously there's no Christians and Jews, right, in Arabia at all, within this peninsula. Did they just
in
sprout from the
Saudi
ground?
Arabia? In Saudi Arabia.
When you
It
have
just took 23 years
Listen.
to kill the history of
your
Jews and Christians.
conspiracy is a worse conspiracy
Oh, come
than people saying the Jews are
Is
in
there
control.
any church
Listen,
in Mecca or
can I
Medina?
finish my point? Because you want to go, but
there
you're not
any
letting me
temple?
finish and summarize. You made some claims about the Jews, how we are anti-Semitic.
Jews and Christians anymore. in
Remember what you
Saudi
said
Arabia.
earlier on? How Muslims are, the Qur'an demeans them and calls them pigs and monkeys and apes and so on.
It's written
And
in Qur'an.
Let me respond because you have to go. What you don't realize is these are a specific group of people among
Come on.
among that community who were as a punishment turned into, and that was it. And the Quran does say not laysu sawa. They are not equal. There are some among them who stand at night praying. Oh, you've not for 22 or 20 something years you're a Muslim and you've never read this ayah in the Quran about talking them that when they hear وَإِذَا سَمِعُوا مَا أُنزِلَ.
And still they go to Jahannam.
Excuse me.
Is it right?
Listen.
They still go to
To
Jahannam?
refute you, this
Doesn't matter
Excuse
how
me.
beautiful
Excuse
Quran
me.
describes them.
Look, it's very unfair. You said the Quran doesn't. I wrote it down.
Surah Al-Fatih gives them a nice kick in the butt.
No, it doesn't. Another lie. You said the Quran doesn't speak to them about them nicely at all. I already said the Quran says they're not equal, and some of them they are very God-fearing people.
Can Jews and Christians go to paradise?
Excuse me. Can you?
Yes or no?
Can Jews and Christians go to paradise? Can
No.
you all remember this question?
No.
Good. So we know what the question is. Let me respond to the original question. You said earlier on in the beginning, the Quran doesn't say anything good about the Christians and Jews. What a lie, as we've demonstrated. I quoted the ayah. "Laysu sawa." This is the Quranic ayah. So you are either ignorant for 28 years of your Muslim life, could be, or a deliberate liar. Secondly,
He's smiling.
yeah. So when you said
Just
how
show for the camera.
whole Muslim, no, you are showing the camera.
No, it's show.
Yeah, it's a bad excuse, my friend.
Sure.
It doesn't work with me. It doesn't work with me.
Exactly.
So, no.
And
Your
I can give it back
excuse
to you.
that the show for the camera doesn't work with me. So when you said whole Muslims are against the Jews because of this,
Of course.
another lie.
The hadith
I
is
look,
full
look.
of hate against
Look.
Jews.
Another lie. Surah Al-Fatiha you said.
Surah Al-Fatiha
Surah Al-Fatiha
is
says
definitely something different.
غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Did you hear the word Christian or Jew in there?
Ah,
Wait.
okay.
So did you?
Apologetic card, yeah?
Excuse me. Did you now lie about Surah Al-Fatiha? It talks about who? Jews of the Christians being.
Surah Al-Fatiha is
kicking
not
them in
talking
the
about
butt?
Jews and Christians.
Excuse me. Did it say Jews and the Christians?
According to the tafsir.
Or now you're saying, the tafsir. So now.
So your tafsir is right, but their tafsir is wrong.
Wait. So now as you realize,
Excellent.
when you lie against the Qur'an and when you're exposed in your lies, you say, but your tafsir says that. So it was a tafsir, not the Qur'an. Let's get it straight. Now, we Muslims do not say all the Jews in the planet Earth are wicked people, monkeys and apes. You invented this lie. What a lie you've invented. I've never, before even in this coming in here, even thought in my life that Jews and Christians are all the people. Why some people are against the stance of the Zionist Jews is because of their.
Zionism was existing
Can I finish?
1,400 years ago.
Listen now, because Muslims and Christians and Jews were living side by side. The Jewish people, for your information.
Do you accept that
Can
the
I finish?
general tafsir of Surah Al-Fatiha
Excuse me.
is that
You see how he's
the
trying to
last
go back?
part is
Listen.
mean for
Jewish
Jews and
people,
Christians?
the Jewish people, our Jewish friends and cousins, when they were kicked from Europe, Christian Europe, where did they go? They went to Islamic countries for their security, sanctity, and safe haven. Even the Jewish historians, they will admit, you don't know anything about history.
It's a fact. What do you mean dream
It's a
on?
fact of
It's a
history.
fact.
You, as an ex-Muslim, now you are giving the true representation of why you are an ex-Muslim. It is not because
If I were a Jew
Listen.
and I had such a bad hadith literature in my bag,
Listen.
which
Now going to
describes
another
Jews
argument.
as,
Look.
as ugly, as don't trust
see
them,
what?
don't sleep with in their house, don't do this, don't eat with them.
the Jewish people are so ugly
Jews
that
feel
Islam
very, very
allows to
guilty.
marry their Jewish women.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, are you out of your mind?
Killing
Excuse
all
me.
the Jewish
Okay.
tribes in Saudi Arabia
When Muslims
in between 23 years.
when Muslims are
in
going
Hijaz.
when Muslims are going to marry a Jewish woman, you saying Islam says all Jewish women are ugly and get married them?
Oh, come on.
You know what? I think enough of your exposition and embarrassment and humiliation.
Oh my God.
Whole world, this is a small world and there's a bigger world out there because of the virtue of the cameras.
Wow.
They will realize that unfortunately there are people out there called hate preachers like yourself. You've come to glorify ISIS as you did earlier on. They are the preachers of authentic Islam. Did you say that?
It's authentic Islam.
See?
ISIS support.
And
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
back
ISIS
and goes
supporter
back to the
and
seerah of Muhammad,
whole of Muslim
to the
world are
to the
people who
behaving
are
of the
hypocrites.
Sahaba, and goes back to the Qur'an,
so now,
goes back to the Sunnah.
so now we
There's
realize
nothing wrong with ISIS.
So now we
They are
realize.
your brothers.
So now we realize the only people that are true, authentic Muslims
They are.
teaching are the ISIS according to you.
You just run away from the facts.
And we know,
It hurts.
no, and we know that it comes from someone who labels himself as an ex-Muslim. No wonder. No wonder.
Of course.
When you study Islam, look, I just went through a few examples.
And you leave Islam.
Because you had to go, I couldn't and deal with every single argument. Every single argument will come down to your ignorance.
You created
your,
big bubbles.
listen, your
and you
ignorance.
never came to the point.
Your arrogance, your stubbornness, your denials.
You could not even condemn slavery.
Listen,
You had not even the balls to say slavery is wrong. Owning people is wrong.
did I not tell
But you went back to years
Did
history.
I not tell you?
You know?
Islam is not for slavery. Islam encourages freedom from slavery.
No, it's not encouraging this.
So what does fakku raqaba means then?
It means you can free them.
Why?
But when it comes
Why?
to war,
Why free them?
you can take them as slaves.
Stop. Why free them?
If it comes to war,
No, why free them?
you can take them as slaves.
Excuse me.
And Muslim had the option
So-
to free them or to keep them. And when
So
you go
when-
back to the Islamic history, the hadith is full of
look, don't bring anything.
of Sahaba going
you
to Muhammad and saying,
only
"Hey
bring
Muhammad,
new arguments
I have
if
a
you're
nice
able to
chick
continue
here.
talking and-
Can
but don't just-
I sleep with her?"
Excuse
and
me.
Muhammad said, "Yeah, okay.
You know what? Okay.
She's,
I'm
you
sorry.
own her now.
I'm sorry,
Now
you cannot
can
go
sleep
now.
with
Why are
her."
you making
I'm
false
sorry, you cannot go now.
accusations, man?
You cannot
This
go.
is-
I'm not
this
going to
is-
let you go.
This is what I say.
Look, I'm not going to let you go. Because I don't like your cheap propaganda, making cheap claims, and you want to run away, saying
about
I have to
more
go.
profit as well?
If you really want to go, don't make claims that we cannot discuss. If you make a claim, let us discuss it. As we
Everything
have,
you say can be a claim.
As we have discussed it, as you realize, a beautiful example about your ignorance, arrogance, stubbornness, and denials on the Quranic challenge. Likewise, your anti-Muslim rhetoric called Islamophobia.
There's no hadith which was actually
Your
discussing what
anti-Muslim
Sahaba,
rhetoric.
what Sahabiyun
Look,
should do with,
your anti-Muslim
with slave
rhetoric.
woman. Yeah, they've been not
listen,
asking Muhammad
listen.
about
Do you
what
wanna-
can we,
do you wanna discuss
how
this?
can we deal with slave women.
Do you want to discuss that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I have no time to
Don't
do
bring
that.
it then. So now, your anti-Muslim rhetoric comes from what? Unfortunately, you know what it
From
comes
what?
from?
From what? Zionism.
Hatred.
Illuminati.
Hatred. Jealousy.
What is it?
Hatred, jealousy, arrogance, and stubbornness, and insincerity.
Yeah.
So what? How many did they name?
There's a normal
Hang on,
message.
hang on,
If someone
hang
does
on.
not agree with your religion,
It's not agreement.
then you take out all
Okay,
these.
look. This is going to be in 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4 channels, right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to cut off this. You probably see whole of it uncut,
Please.
right? Which they don't cut. Watch it, reflect on it. What did I say? Your approach in criticizing Islam and
You have approached me.
and no, your methodology in misunderstanding and not accepting. Let me finish my point, my friend.
Yeah, but I need to go.
Comes from your insincerity, your
Yeah.
stubbornness,
Bad childhood.
your arrogance,
Yeah.
your ignorance.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yep.
these are a few points I said.
I'm disappointed by the
Reflect-
paychecks I have not got
reflect-
from the Zionists. Yeah.
No, reflect
Go
on
on.
it. You see what? Did I ever mention Zionist pay?
That's rubbish. That's rubbish.
Did I say Zionist pay?
You just talk rubbish. Because I said, if you believe that Qur'an is true, if you believe Islam is true, then it's fine. But I don't weaken my position by saying that.
Your position is weak, as
Yeah.
you've demonstrated.
No, absolutely not. You have just created thousands of bubbles.
Oh, you call it bubble.
Huge
when
bubbles.
when you got refuted, you say it's a bubble.
Yeah, you never
will use that
came
next
to the
time.
point.
You know, all these people are making all these bubbles. You made lots of bubbles yourself.
You made
That's what. In fact, not yourself.
my personal
no,
bubble,
excuse
yeah.
me. I don't like your bubbles because they're so weak.
I have not even created a bubble. I just said slavery is wrong.
No, it's a bubble. I'm sorry,
and
it's a bubble.
slavery is wrong. And I was waiting
you know
for
what?
you.
Your bubbles
I was
can be
waiting.
popped so easily.
I was waiting
From
to
understanding
hear you
history.
saying,
Listen.
slavery is rubbish. Oh no, the society at this time was,
Okay.
everyone was accepting this, but Quran is actually saying,
before you go,
slavery was
people-
not abolished by Quran.
People 300 years
Sorry.
ago were they immoral when they didn't abolish slavery,
Of course,
including your ancestors.
it is
yeah?
always immoral to own people.
Right.
This is
And
what I say.
So
Your
people
God should know
Okay.
this better.
Okay. So people only in this century has become moralized.
Because Allah has no brain
Are you listening?
that in 1400 years future,
Using your brain-
most of people,
Excuse me. No.
will not accept slavery
are you listening?
as a model.
Using your brain, are you saying
Sorry.
the human beings have only become moral person in this century?
Indeed, we made a huge progress, and now we understand actually.
Man sleeping with man, huge progress of morality.
It is.
Woman sleeping with woman.
It's not your issue. It's not your problem.
Hang on.
If a man sleeps with a man,
We're talking about
it's their issue.
Yeah. So
It was always happen.
listen.
Even in the
It will always happen.
Even in the,
What
in the
about
society
slavery?
of
What
Muhammad.
about slavery? Would it always happen?
Is it better to
One
sleep
second.
with a 9-year-old girl?
Slavery, would it always happen? Would slavery always happen?
Hopefully not. It's mostly abolished,
Mostly abolished.
and only the Muslim keeps them up.
Oh, the
What do
Muslim
you mean
countries.
Muslim?
So which Muslim country is apart from
Libya and Yemen.
So officially,
They start taking all the blacks
One
guys
moment,
in their country
one
and
moment.
selling them already again on the markets.
so according to the official
Or your brothers,
government,
the ISIS.
listen,
You're the
They
one that
took
supports
straight away
them.
the opportunity.
not mine, yours.
You support ISIS.
They have taken the opportunity and they
You know what?
transferred the message of Muhammad
Remember all
into
that?
reality.
Can you look at the camera for just once so that people can see that you are the glorifier of ISIS? Now, to
Are
move
you
on.
Steven Spielberg? So
No,
come
I
on,
am giving
keep
people to
keep
look
it
at your
normal.
face properly. The glorifier of ISIS. Because apparently
No,
some people,
I said this
some
is your
people
brothers.
dislike it.
And they can never be my brothers.
Excuse me, look.
Not even in humankind.
When you like them, they are your brothers. I don't like them.
I don't like them. I say everything they do
Secondly-
goes back to your prophet,
Secondly-
to your Sahaba
So
friends,
the official,
to your Quran, to your Hadith.
the official position of the Libyan government is slavery is our government policy, right?
Look how he's playing.
Yeah.
I said, first of all, they are outlaw countries. They have no government anymore. So the Muslims take the opportunity to
Is there a government in
enslave
Libya?
black people and start black slave
Everything
markets.
everything that you say needs to be analyzed.
Now
Is
you can
Libya-
use Google.
Listen, is Libya?
Now you can use Google.
Does Libya have
just go back? The Times is
Simple question.
the Times
Okay.
has written
Does
about
Libya
this.
have a government?
No.
No.
Okay.
So people are doing whatever they please, right?
Yeah.
Right. So don't bring that example.
Nida Yemen.
So don't bring this example.
Muslims
Don't-
doing what they
I listen.
Muslims are doing
My friend.
what they found in their
Listen.
scriptures.
Listen.
That's the point.
Don't bring chaotic examples of groups of individuals and say, there you go, they're doing it, right?
Muslim
If
country, he said.
if
They justify with Quran and Hadith. ISIS is justifying beheading, enslaving Christians and Jews, asking for jizya,
Beheading.
according
Okay.
according
So
to
according
their
to-
scripture they own.
according to the scripture,
Okay? And when they took my Kurdish people as slaves, they have done
now
this.
we know why. It's a personal issue because
personal.
They,
it's a
they
personal thing.
have.
You settled
They
it.
have.
You settled it.
They are my people.
So my
they have not
fifth-
taken Arabs.
Fifth reason is
They
your
have not
issue.
taken.
You
They
know
have
what?
not taken Turkish
the
women.
beef. Look, the beef that you
They
have.
have not taken Arab women.
Can I
They
finish?
have take.
Listen.
Why?
The beef that you have with
Because it's not allowed to
Islam
take a Muslim
is
as a
not an
slave.
intellectual one. It's not a rational one. It's a personal
It's
one.
not hate.
Out of emotions.
It's
Out
not
of-
hate, and it's
Listen.
not a personal one. That's my people.
Do you love the Muslims?
Of course, I love them.
Which ones? ISIS?
I love every simple, ordinary.